Greetings. My name is William Reed, and I'm going to explain briefly about the meaning and design concept behind the kao, or samurai signatures, as well as the application of that we give at Atename.jp in creating modern versions of these for Western names. So the samurai all had a special signature, which was designed to have meaning for their mission, and they would sometimes acquire these in midlife or at a rite of passage, and sometimes they'd make modifications of it, so they might have several kao during the period of their life. So let me show you one or two, and change cameras here. Okay, so here we have number 36. This is Date Masamune, who was a famous samurai, very popular in Japan, and his kao looks like a ship with a mast. It is actually a highly cursive version and stylized version of the way his name is written. Another one is very famous, Takeda Harunobu, or Shingen, and then this is the kao, and even the significance of the number of spaces. So these things were considered to be like talismans, which would be for not only for authority but for protection. And let's look at a couple more. For example, number 6, this Ashikaga Yoshiaki. It almost looks like a flower arrangement. And in fact, the word kao literally means pressed flowers. But okay, so you have here busho kao. So busho is samurai general, and then flower pressed, literal translation. But these are samurai signatures. And as I said, they all had them, and they are quite stylish. And considering that many of these were created in the 1500s or even earlier, they are remarkably modern in their concept. And here's another one. Number 19 is Nobunaga, Oda Nobunaga. And this says Nobunaga is at the top part, and then this is the kao. And it has its own complicated explanation in terms of the design and why these strokes were arranged this way. But visually, it looks, don't you think, like a wasp? And he was sort of like that. I mean, he would circle around and sting and attack people, and there's something a little bit in the signature which reflects the destiny. So now at Atename we create samurai signatures, and let me show you on my business card. This is my signature. So I'm going to explain the meaning of it, and then I will paint it. So this first character means kokorozashi, or will, actually. And then this is ayumu, or to walk. So will ayumu sounds like William, which is my name. So it's really quite a brilliant combination of sound and meaning. So I use these on my business cards, and I will use them in for my book signatures. So I have my book coming out soon, and this makes a perfect cool signature with a story. So there are signature stories, or something that we all should cultivate, so the stories that reflect you and your brand and your values. But when you have a product to go with it, like a book, that's even cooler. So that's one way I use it. These, because they're digitized versions, they can also be put on a website or any kind of printed material. So let me paint this. Okay, yes. So back up a bit so you can see the whole thing. So I will charge the brush with ink. So I've got ink now in the brush, and paint. This is upside down for you because the camera is reversed, but I will turn it around. So that's will. And then the second character is ayumu, to walk. So will ayumu. And I'm going to add also my signature seal, which has its own meaning as well. So this is a hand-carved seal, and you'll see when I press it that it also has a meaning that goes with it. So I use this vermilion shiniku, or ink, for the seal. Find the best position for it and press it. Move. Okay. Now let me turn this around for you. So you've got the character for samurai, mind. This together means kokorozashi, or will. This part is samurai, and this is mind, and this means to walk. So I translate that as walk your mission. I pronounce it as will ayumu, William. Now the seal also has a meaning. Let's see if I can bring it closer. Okay, this left part means samurai, with the white on the red background. And then the upper part of the other side is will, again, kokorozashi, and helmet, kabuto, kokorozashi ni kabuto. So it means samurai with a helmet on a mission. So that's me. That's my name, and this is how it is expressed. And so let me go back to the main camera again. So what we do at Atename.jp is take your name in whatever language it is, English, French, Hindi. I teach students from all over the world, 30 different countries, and sometimes it's really difficult to pronounce their names because I'm just not familiar with them. But when you ask them the meaning, it just takes on a whole new dimension. So names have meanings, and they're generally assigned to parents with great care, thinking that that would be a way to influence your life, and it does influence your life. But it influences your life more if you apply it with awareness, and even more so if you actually write it with awareness. So what we do at Atename.jp is we will take your name, look at the original meaning of it, and insofar as possible, incorporate all or part of the pronunciation, but especially focusing on the meaning. And then we design a signature that can be done with the brush. So you have, in my case, Song of the Brush. Okay, get it right side up. And this is a digital form, a file that is provided. And then you can do that with what you like. You can take that and use it in a email signature. You could use it on a website as a logo. You could use it in your stationery, or you can learn to paint it with a brush or with a pen. But in any case, it has a meaning, and therefore there's a story behind it. So in effect, you will then have not only a signature that looks really cool in the tradition of the samurai, but you will also have a signature story. And this is a great way to introduce yourself, and then to take from there to move on to how that's connected to your work or your hobby or whatever social media posts you're doing. And it's just something you can use in a lot of different places. So I hope that you will take advantage of this opportunity and get your own name created at Atename.jp. And then I look forward very much to seeing the kind of signature and signature story that we can come up with for you.